Kia ora, welcome back to the channel. I'm Elvie and today we are doing a sketchbook thing. I'm painting on the cover of one of my new sketchbooks. It is the Etchr's Lab sketchbook, 6 by 6 inches, collaboration with Erwin Leon. I'm not sure how to say that, sorry. But I haven't tried it before, but it looked really good. All, cotton paper, lots of pages and stuff. So I was excited to try it, and I noticed it had a white cover. Kind of reminded me of canvas, so I decided I'd do a little painting on the cover here. I've sketched it out. But I thought you guys might want to join me for the journey of that. When it comes to the paints I'm using, I just found some in my drawer of acrylic paints. I'll be using this test spot of house paint for the back first coat. It's like when you gesso it, you want to put the coat down first, a primer coat, there we go, just so the paint will stick to it better, and in theory show up smoother and stuff. The acrylic paints I have here are just the ones that are available to me in New Zealand. I haven't bought any online before. I'm just using what I've got. So I've got some Liquitex. I quite like it. It's quite smooth to use and yeah, pretty good for me. Then I've got this Watercolour. I bought a tester set a while back for myself for Christmas because I wanted to try it. It was a reasonable price at the time. It definitely has gone up since then, but that was just from Warehouse Stationery for anyone in New Zealand. And yeah, they've been pretty good. I've still got a little bit of paint left in them. This is running down to the last drops, but I thought I'd use them. So I'll put them on the palette and then we will get into painting. Before that comes the first coat. So I'm just using a cheap paintbrush. I don't actually know where it came from, but I'm using that, and I'm glad I am because I can already tell it would have been a bit of a nuisance to paint straight onto this without the base coat. Now I don't actually do many acrylic paintings here on the channel. I don't do too many anyway, just because it's a lot more time consuming for me. And I don't tend to gravitate towards it as much as watercolour or gouache, but I still enjoy it. It's still quite a fun medium. One thing I definitely won't be trying anytime soon is oil paint, just because I find that quite a nuisance to set up and prepare for. There's all the extra steps you need to take to make sure you're not inhaling toxins and disposing it properly and stuff like that, and I'm just like, you know what, where I can avoid it I will. So although that can be the same for watercolour depending on the pigments in the paint. Some of them aren't good to just tip down the drain, but well, here we go. Okay, so this is the first coat. You can actually see it quite vividly. So I'll continue doing this primer layer and then I'll get back to you guys when we get to the colour. Alrighty, so I've done the primer base. You can see it here, nice and beautiful and white. So I'm going to let this dry and then we will start painting over it together. Usually people do a few coats over it, but I can't be bothered, so I'll just have the one coat of primer down and then we will paint over it with the colour. Okie dokie, so the layer has dried, so we'll get on to painting. I've got my colours out here that I am planning to use. I might have poured a bit too much out, but yeah, I haven't used acrylic paint in a while, so I'm just gonna have to get used to it again. Of course, that'll just take a moment. Trying to mix up the colour I'm wanting. I think that's a good start. using a very fine tip paintbrush just to try help with the size of the painting. Just filling it in a little bit just to block out the colour I'm looking for. I've been thinking, let me know in the comments below, but of doing a larger acrylic painting here on the channel, but I wasn't sure if anyone would be interested just because I tend to do watercolour or gouache here. So yeah, I'm not sure if any of you guys would actually be interested in that, but you never know. So I thought I might as well ask away. It's quite a bright blue. I don't know if I want it that bright. Look at that. Try and blend it in a bit together. And all that time I've just done that little bit. But that's the thing with acrylic paint. I think I said it earlier. It just takes a bit more time. And some people love it, some people don't. Some people paint fast with acrylic paint, some people are slower. And that's the same with watercolour. Some people find watercolour really time consuming. And it just depends on the artist and the individual. Alright, we've got the first base of the vase. I think what I might do to make sure this video doesn't drag out is I might do a time lapse here, just so you can still see the painting process, but it won't be as slow for you guys. Okay, dokie. So the last part I'm doing right now is just touching up some stems on the lavenders here and just making them a bit more smooth. I should have probably have had a bit more of a undercoat for them, but that's alright. Still turned out pretty nice. And yeah, it's pretty cute little painting. It's not in your face, which is nice. It's just a nice little thing to add onto the cover here. Okay, so what I ended up doing was I did the touches off camera, and so it is all done and just drying out now, but I'll give you guys a closer look of what it ended up looking like. I'm pretty happy with it. It's pretty cute. Nice little addition to add some interest to the cover here. It's, yeah, nice pop of colour, I think. What I'll do is outside I'll give it a spray coat just to make it last longer, hopefully. And yeah, soon enough I'll be using this sketchbook here on the channel. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope this was fun, and yeah, see you in the next video.